Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. Because I'm just waking up actually. I hope you also successful. I hope you have a wonderful night rest. Okay, just like the way we used to do it, actually today we'll be looking at our analysis on Bitcoin and gold. Like we're gonna look at the market trend recently and what's really been happening in the market actually. So let me go straight and share my screen. Let me share my screen, okay? So we all can see what is happening in the market. Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to do that. Okay. Looking at my screen, this is my screen here. First of all, we're gonna be looking at gold, and if you all notice lately, you see that gold has actually been on a very massive trend. The trend might not really be clear here until you look at it on a very high time. This is for 1 hour time frame, as you can see, and it's been on a very high trend. This one is currently on 5,274. If we look at it on a daily time, it's been like just one. Um, the trend has been more pronounced on a daily time frame. And a lot of people wonder what's really happening, like what is really causing the market to be trending this high. Actually, the secret is not far fetched. The secret is from dollar. As you guys know, dollar is opposite of gold. Like gold is being paid against the dollar. So what it simply means that dollar is inversely proportionate to gold and also inversely proportionate to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin doesn't really obey that law as much as gold do. But gold always tend to obey the law of inverse proportion. I mean, how do you see it in as much proportionality or something like that. So if you look at the dollar, what is dollar? Dollar is DSY. If you want to look for the dollar in the forex market, it is DSY. This is it here. This is it, the DSY. Or for those who just want to look at it, just type DSY, just like I did right there. You see there are many this thing here. Just click on it. The dollar will open. As you can see, this is dollar. And what do you notice here? You see that dollar is on a valid downtrend, like it's been raging down. Understand? This account to why gold has been pumping up. And if you notice, gold did a very high shoot this morning. And where is that shoot? What caused that shoot? This is exactly what caused that shoot here. So see, dollar shut down all the way from 76 to 75. So all the way from 96 to 95 actually. But there is one thing you have to know. For the fact that both of them are inversely proportionate to each other does not mean that if this one makes it one pip, the next second one make it pip. A single pip of dollar can actually lead to 10, 100 pips of 100 pips movement of gold. The same way also applies to gold. Sometimes a 100 pip of move of dollar might actually make insignificant one pip or two pip in gold. Understand? But the only good thing about using this one to check that one is that when you be able to determine the dollar is heading to, you can be able to determine exactly where the gold is actually heading to. I don't know if you guys can understand. Now, this the advantage of all this thing is very simple. It gives you confirmation, like it helps you, makes you to be able to understand what is really happening in the market. Like it helps you to determine what's really happening in the market, you know what's up. It gives you kind of validation. You don't just trade because you just want to gamble, but you trade with some certain of confirmation. So nothing is ever certain. Obviously, nothing is ever certain in the market. You can never say this is certain or this is not certain. But having a lot of confluences helps and makes increase the quality of your trade at least. Though no trade is 100% perfect, but even if you can get 50% certainty, 60, 70% certainty, obviously, you'll be able to risk more and be able to make more out of the market. Understand? So now, let's get back to where we were or where we are. As you guys can see, currently now the dollar is still going down and gold is currently turning up. And I believe that it's not a news anymore that what makes dollar to be going down. Obviously, it's the current happening in the US. US want to take the Greenland. Most European countries dumping the US bond and things like that. It's really affecting the dollar. And this saga of what do you call it? Sapoe, this Federal Reserve Fed, all those things they are part of the things that part of the economic catalyst that's actually pushing dollar down. In other words, investors are getting scared and they are dumping their money just in the short term. So that is exactly what it simple means. Understand? So this is basically what we are seeing on our gold. So now are we gonna take a trade on gold? Maybe some people will be like, why since the gold is going up, why don't we just take a long position on gold? But on the contrary, we are not doing that because we don't just gamble into the market because the market is pushing up. Understand? You only have this that was here, I had this setup here and take profit somewhere here, and obviously it was a success and the market smashed it. Ever since then, we have never really had another entry. Another entry we could have had was here because the market came down to retest this high, and obviously it retested it, but gave us no entry. The only entry, like I told you guys, I don't trade just engulfing candle. No, I don't just trade engulfing candle. Before I take a trade, I was waiting for confirmation that I must really have something that will must really have a confirmation, something that I will definitely say this. Okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, and part of my confirmation is basically double bottom, double top, with an engulfing. Understand? In other words, I trade structure and a candlestick pattern. I combine both of them before I get an entry. This actually helped me to minimize my losses. So sometimes I miss trade actually because you cannot be 100% certain. Sometimes you miss trade, you certain you're gonna miss trade. But it helps me to minimize my losses and cut my losses short. So in other words, if I'm taking one trade, I'm taking it with a higher risk amount, knowing fully well that this trade has lower tendency of being wrong. Okay, so this was an engulfing here, but we did not take it, we skipped it, and also it's just been ranging, and we have not really gotten another entry ever since then. So before we take a trade here, obviously we wait for market to maybe, if possibly, we're gonna take a trade somewhere this week or today or whichever. We wait for market to break come to this high, this previous high. Maybe the market comes to this previous high like this. Let me do a pattern. Let's say it's comes somewhere like this, give us something like this, make something like this, and let's say this candlestick close with an engulfing candle somewhere around here. Then we take our trade, obviously. Knowing fully well that there's high chance that it's gonna play out because it's both maintained, it's happened both on an OTC region. What do you mean by OTC is that the region that is always that has previously been tested, like either a support region or resistance region. And also it gives us the chart pattern which is double bottom or double top. And it also gives us an engulfing candle as an entry. So if these three things actually happen in confluence, obviously I'm gonna take my trade without thinking twice. Okay. So that's just it. Then but without that, all you just have to do is just sit back and wait. It's been frustrating because the last day that I took was on 23rd. And since then I've not taken another trade. And today is basically what? Today is 28. Yeah. So since 5 days ago, I've just been like watching the market and nothing. You know. I just like they said, this is actually what differentiates the professionals and the amateurs because most amateurs will try to jump in to try to look for possible trade opportunity and see if they're gonna get something out of it. But me, I basically trade gold and Bitcoin and I have to wait. Understand? I really just have to kind of wait and not too much. Okay. So without wasting much of your guys' time, let's I think I will those trading forex actually because Bitcoin can be traded from forex market, can also be traded from um can also be traded from the Bitcoin, sorry, from the crypto markets. Okay. So let's look at Bitcoin right here. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. So you can say this is Bitcoin on a 15-minute time frame, and the last trade we take was now look I don't use ATR, so it cleared me, came up here. I didn't even smash my TP, but this was my TP, and what happened? It's very close to TP, and it went down. Ever since then, we have actually been waiting for it to know what's up. This were the trades I took that wasn't meant to take. So you can see I marked them bad. I marked this one bad also. I took this trade I wasn't meant to take it, and this was also a trade I took. It was supposed to be, but it was a loss. And this is my last previous win. obviously a win. We call this, I call this setup one, whereby it will make a diagonal double bottom or double top rather, a resistance neckline, and so this is just it. Let's look at it from a higher time frame and see what we have. This is what we have from Bitcoin on a higher time frame. Currently on a downward trend. So as you can see, this was the upward trend actually traded before it started going down. Now it has broken here. It's make this side now broke this low. Obviously the low has been broken, confirming a downward trend. It went down and gave us this thing. Now what I'm looking at is I'm looking at Bitcoin to come up to this point, which is 94,000. If you retest this here and give me a shorting position, I'll take a short. And my take profit should be the next low after this low, which is here. And that was it. That is it 4,000. And that's just it. So, but without that being done, I just sit back and be watching the market. Though we also have an entry this morning. Was it yesterday or not this morning? Which we somehow skipped. This is it here. How is it? We also have an entry which we somehow skipped. And that entry is, yeah, okay. Yeah, we had entry, which is supposed to be the entry that will take us to that point that we are supposed to, like the 94,000. And this is the entry here. So you can see that was the double bottom here. But I skipped this trade because the with it here, this is actually a win and it's been going up. And I really don't know what made me to skip this trade, honestly. It's I feel bad about it. As you guys can see, it's still heading up and currently right now on massive profit. But it is what it is. Really. Which is 4 hours. It's been on this rectangular it's making this rectangular been on this channel, understand? So it has not broken below it, has not broken above it, so just moving within it. So that just is basically all for Bitcoin and gold. So basically we're gonna be waiting without any action. Wait and see what the market has for us. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting, I just spend my extra time on learning Python because I just have I don't know, I just enjoy learning Python. So I'll be learning Python. Python is just a programming language. So I use it to pass my time and wait and see what the market goes for me. So see you guys and also stay tuned because I take it through now. I'll update you guys. Thank you.